So one of the main questions I get is, do I have to use Turo insurance? The answer to that question is yes. And here's the reason why. Not only is Turo insurance plan your insurance coverage, but it's also your contract with Turo, which I'm finna break down each plan and explain to you how it works. But first, let me follow up on the windshield incident where the rocks flew up and hit the windshield and kind of tell you how that went. Money, money, money. Safe like auto. All right, so here's the deal on the claim that I had to make on the windshield. I am on the 75 plan, which with a $250 deductible. So the windshield ended up being like $1,000. So it cost me $250 to get the windshield fixed for something that the customer did. That's one of the flaws with Turo, this insurance stuff. I think the customer need to be held more liable. And not only that, they unlisted my vehicle until the repairs are done, which is expected. But they unlisted. Now I got to submit documentation showing that the repair is done so I can get the vehicle back on the road, which I'm about to do that immediately because I need it back on the road making money. Okay, so let me explain one last thing before I dive deep into the plans. People are wondering, if I got personal insurance, why do I have to use Turo insurance? Because Turo insurance has nothing to do with the state. Like here in Georgia, like many other states, I'm sure, you're required to have insurance on the vehicle. And it is a totally separate deal from Turo. And of course, if you're financing the vehicle, you got to get full coverage. So that's just one of the expenses you have to deal with. But let's take a deep dive into those plans. Okay, so this is the 75 plan. This is the default plan. This is the plan that Turo will automatically give you when you add a vehicle to the platform. And basically on the 75 plan, the deductible is $250. You get 75% of your total earnings and Turo gets 25%. So it's a mixture of your contract with Turo as well as your insurance coverage for the vehicle. Now, as you're going to see when we dive into the other plans, the more of your money you keep, the higher your deductible gets. So let's take a look at another plan. Okay, this is the 60 plan versus the 75 plan. With the 60 plan, which is Toro's favorite plan because they keep 40% of your money, the deductible is $0. And your replacement vehicle coverage is $50 a day versus $30 a day on the 75 plan. Now, whenever you have a claim or something, Toro always slide this in, the agent that you're speaking to. Well, on the 60 plan, you won't have to pay a deductible. Yeah, but you're getting almost half of my money for my vehicle. So 75 plan is the most popular plan. Now, this is the 80 plan. You get 80% of your money, but take a look at the deductible. Went up $500. So the deductible is now $750, and a replacement vehicle daily replacement is non-existent on this plan. So you're keeping more of your money, but taking a higher risk. I guess it's the risk versus reward, simple economics. The more your money you keep, the more liable you are. This is the 85 plan. You keep 85% of your money, Toro gets 15. Take a look at the deductible. Went up over $1,000 this time. $1,625 is deductible on the 85 plan. So I would get this plan here if I had to pay for a vehicle. And I know that I wouldn't owe anyone if it were to get totaled out or something. I think this would be a feasible plan. And this is the 90 plan. You keep 90% of your money. I would choose the 85 plan or the 90 plan if I had to pay for a vehicle. But take a look at the deductible, $2,500. So you just got to weigh the risk and the costs and sit down and pick which is best for you. But on this 90 plan, if I had a cheaper vehicle that qualified for the platform and it's paid off, I would get the 90 plan because I want more of my money as possible up front, and I would worry about the accident when the time comes. Hit that like button and subscribe. Got more good videos. All right, so let me touch bases on one thing I forgot to mention early in the video for the claim I had for the windshield. The customer was driving on the expressway. Some rocks flew off the back of a dump truck, bounced up. I got like 20 plus dings in the hood, and the windshield got cracked in a few places. Now with the 75 plan, I think this is the only plan that exempts this is the 60 plan. But for the 75 plan on up, damage has to be more than 3 centimeters in diameter to qualify as a claim. So none of the dings on the hood were covered. So that's just something I got to roll forward with. And the only thing they covered was the windshield. So notice you got 5 plans. You got the 60, the 75, the 80, the 85, and the 90. And it's just all about picking the best one for you. Like I said earlier, if I had to pay for a vehicle, I would go with the 85 or the 90, try to recoup my initial investment as fast as possible. But being that all my vehicles are financed, I want to be least liable as possible. That's why most people do the 75 plan and just have to worry about that $250 deductible. Again, hit the like button, subscribe. I got some more good stuff coming. I tried to do something different than all the other channels I see. I pretty much watch all the other Turo channels, but I try to dive a little deeper and get a little bit more detail on the stuff that you want to know about versus just showing the big picture. You know, I made this amount of money. Next video, I'm going to dive into my financials and let you know how I'm doing 6 months in and how things are going.